What happens when two of the world's most powerful nations lock horns in a struggle that spans technology, economics, the military, and even culture? In 2025, the rivalry between the United States and China has reached levels never seen before in modern history. Both nations are not just competing, they are shaping the very rules of the global game. This is not simply a battle for markets or resources, it is a fight over influence, values, and the future of humanity itself. The United States, long considered the global leader, is determined to maintain its edge. China, on the other hand, has risen with breathtaking speed, transforming itself into a formidable challenger across every major domain. From artificial intelligence to military power, from diplomacy to space exploration, these two giants are going head-to-head in ways that affect every country, every economy, and every person on this planet. But here is the key question. Can the United States hold its position in this new era of competition, or is China on the verge of overtaking America's long-standing dominance? The answer lies in how the U.S. is responding to this challenge. America is no longer simply defending its power, it is actively competing, adapting, and in many cases reinventing itself to meet China head-on. In this video, we will uncover 10 powerful ways the United States is competing with China in 2025. Each point reveals a different battlefield, from cyberspace to cultural influence, and each one shows how high the stakes really are. By the end, you will see that this rivalry is not just about two nations. It is about the future of the world order itself. Technology and artificial intelligence. In 2025, the United States is racing to stay ahead in artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and next-generation software. America knows that the nation that leads in AI will lead in the world. To counter China's massive investments, the U.S. has doubled down on tech innovation, nurturing startups, protecting intellectual property, and partnering with private companies. This rivalry is not just about gadgets or algorithms, it is about who will control the digital backbone of the future economy. Global trade and economic power. China's Belt and Road Initiative has expanded its economic footprint across Asia, Africa, and beyond. In response, the United States is building stronger trade partnerships, reshoring industries, and strengthening supply chains with allies. This competition is not only about who sells more goods but about who shapes the rules of the global marketplace. For America, staying competitive means ensuring that its economic model continues to attract partners who prefer transparency, innovation, and open markets over state-controlled systems. Military modernization and defense presence. The United States is determined to maintain its military superiority, especially in the Indo-Pacific. While China expands its navy and missile systems, America responds with advanced aircraft, cyber defense programs, and stronger security pacts with allies like Japan, Australia, and the Philippines. Military competition is not only about firepower but also about influence, showing allies and rivals alike that Washington is ready to defend freedom of navigation and regional stability. Space exploration and satellite dominance. The new space race is no longer between America and the Soviet Union, it is now between America and China. Both nations are pushing for lunar bases, Mars missions, and satellite networks that could control communications on Earth. The United States has ramped up collaborations with private companies like SpaceX while also investing heavily in NASA. Whoever dominates space could control everything from internet access to military surveillance, making this one of the most critical battlegrounds of 2025. Global diplomacy and alliances. China's influence grows through investments and development projects, but the United States is countering by strengthening its traditional alliances and forming new ones. Through NATO, the Quad Alliance, and strategic partnerships in Africa and South America, Washington is positioning itself as a more trustworthy partner. This is a diplomatic tug-of-war where every handshake, summit, and treaty carries the weight of global influence. Energy and green technology. As the world shifts toward renewable energy, the United States is working hard to outpace China in green technology. America is investing in clean energy infrastructure, electric vehicles, and battery production to ensure it remains a leader in the industries of tomorrow. The battle is not just about saving the planet, it is about who will dominate the trillion-dollar energy sector and set the standards for the future of global power supply. Cybersecurity and digital warfare. The cyber battlefield is where much of the US-China competition is being fought. The United States is heavily investing in protecting critical infrastructure, securing financial systems, and countering digital espionage. While China uses technology to expand its influence and gather intelligence, America is creating new cyber alliances and pushing global norms for internet freedom. In this hidden war of codes and firewalls, both nations know that a single weakness can shift the balance of power. Education and talent development. China has invested heavily in producing scientists, engineers, and innovators. The United States, however, remains a magnet for global talent. In 2025, American universities, research centers, and innovation hubs are competing fiercely by offering world-class opportunities for the brightest minds. This is more than an academic rivalry, it is a fight for the intellectual capital that will drive future breakthroughs in medicine, robotics, and advanced engineering. Influence in developing nations. China has poured billions into infrastructure across Africa, Latin America, and Asia. But the United States is countering by offering alternative partnerships based on democratic values, education, and sustainable development. Washington is positioning itself not only as a financier but as a partner that promotes long-term stability and prosperity. This competition in the developing world is crucial because these regions hold the next generation of markets, resources, and global influence. Cultural and media influence. Beyond military and economic power, both nations understand the importance of cultural influence. China promotes its culture, media, and language programs across the world. Meanwhile, the United States leverages its unmatched entertainment industry, social media platforms, and cultural diplomacy. Hollywood, music, and American tech giants still shape global perceptions, giving the U.S. a powerful soft power advantage that continues to rival China's state-backed initiatives. As we have seen, the competition between the United States and China in 2025 is nothing short of global chess. Every move made by one side is carefully countered by the other. In technology, both are racing to define the future of artificial intelligence. In trade, they are building competing networks of partners and supply chains. In military presence, the Indo-Pacific has become the most contested arena on Earth. And in space, humanity is witnessing a new frontier where dominance could determine control over communication, defense, and exploration for generations to come. But this rivalry is not just about raw power. It is also about ideas, influence, and vision. The United States presents itself as the champion of democracy, freedom of information, and innovation. China, in contrast, offers a model of rapid development, centralized authority, and state-driven progress. The world is watching closely, and many nations are being forced to choose between two very different paths forward. For Americans, the question is clear: can the United States remain the global leader in the face of China's rise? For the rest of the world, the concern is equally important: how will this competition shape the balance of power, the flow of trade, and the rules that govern our lives in the years to come? One thing is certain: the rivalry between Washington and Beijing will not fade anytime soon. It will continue to define our century, shaping everything from economies and security to technology and culture. So now, I turn the question to you: who do you think has the upper hand in this global contest? Will America's adaptability and alliances keep it ahead, or will China's rapid rise tilt the balance of power? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's biggest geopolitical rivalries.